Modern luxury 2025 ushers in a new era of architectural expression, where bold ideas meet breathtaking design. This isn't just about beautiful homes. It's about redefining the boundaries of creativity, sustainability, and comfort. Each structure becomes a statement of vision, designed for those who see architecture as art, not just shelter. Architects today are no longer constrained by traditional forms. They experiment with space, light, and materiality to evoke emotion and curiosity. Modern luxury 2025 represents the culmination of years of innovation, where design thinking is guided by purpose and passion, creating experiences that transcend the ordinary. Luxury today is no longer defined by excess but by intention. The 2025 vision embraces minimalism infused with richness, open spaces, curated textures, and a deep connection to nature. It's about balance, beauty and functionality, serenity and statement, subtlety and strength, all seamlessly blended into one harmonious form. Modern architecture is becoming increasingly sculptural, each building treated as a living piece of art. These dynamic forms rise from the earth like masterpieces carved by time itself. Curves, angles, and voids interact to create a visual rhythm that's both poetic and powerful, turning structures into living sculptures. One of the hallmarks of modern luxury 2025 is harmony with the environment. Homes are designed to breathe with their surroundings, opening up to natural light, framed views, and organic materials. It's not about dominating the landscape but becoming part of it, creating a dialogue between structure and nature. Architects are pushing spatial boundaries, eliminating walls, merging indoors and outdoors, and reimagining how we inhabit space. The result is a fluid architectural language that encourages freedom and flow. Spaces feel larger, brighter, and more alive, transforming daily living into an art form of movement and openness. Modern luxury 2025 is built with innovation. From self-healing concrete to recycled steel and translucent stone, materials are chosen not only for beauty, but also for sustainability. Each texture tells a story of modern craftsmanship, where durability meets elegance and technology breathes new life into classic materials. Lighting design in 2025 architecture is a masterpiece on its own. Architects use natural and artificial light as a sculpting tool, creating depth, warmth, and emotion. The interplay of light and shadow transforms spaces throughout the day, giving each corner a personality that evolves with time. Technology is seamlessly woven into the fabric of modern luxury homes. Automated systems manage climate, lighting, and security, while adaptive glass and responsive materials redefine convenience. Yet, technology remains invisible, empowering comfort without distraction, enhancing human experience without overpowering the purity of design. This new wave of luxury design embraces minimalism not as emptiness, but as essence. Every line, every texture, and every proportion is intentional. The result is serenity through simplicity, a calm, elegant atmosphere that reflects a deep respect for form and function, allowing beauty to speak quietly yet powerfully. In 2025, architecture speaks to emotion more than ever. It's about how a space feels, not just how it looks. Every curve and surface invites interaction and reflection. These designs aim to inspire awe, peace, and connection, reminding us that architecture is ultimately about the human experience. Modern Luxury 2025 draws inspiration from around the world. Scandinavian minimalism, Japanese wabi-sabi, and Mediterranean openness merge into one global design language. This fusion creates spaces that feel both universally appealing and deeply personal, a celebration of diversity through architectural unity. The open concept design continues to evolve, blending functionality with fluid beauty. Spaces connect seamlessly, Kitchens flow into living areas, and living spaces open onto terraces. The boundaries blur, creating homes that breathe, inviting natural light, social connection, and a sense of effortless harmony. A building's exterior is its first statement to the world. The facades of modern luxury 2025 are bold and unforgettable, defined by geometric confidence, rich textures, and dynamic layering. These designs tell stories of innovation, inviting curiosity even before you step inside. Luxury and sustainability are no longer opposites, they're partners in design. Architects integrate green roofs, passive cooling, and solar technologies without sacrificing beauty. Each project reflects an ethical commitment to the future, redefining luxury as responsible living in harmony with the planet. Inside these visionary homes, every element is designed to soothe and inspire. Natural materials, curated art, and flowing layouts create sanctuaries of calm. It's luxury that whispers instead of shouts, spaces designed to recharge the soul while maintaining breathtaking aesthetic precision. Homes of 2025 are adaptive, multifunctional, and built for a dynamic lifestyle. Spaces can transform, walls move, lighting adjusts, and furniture responds to need. Architecture evolves into an ecosystem that grows with its inhabitants, proving that true luxury lies in adaptability and foresight. Rather than mass appeal, today's luxury designs focus on individuality. Boutique architecture celebrates uniqueness, custom details, handcrafted finishes, and one-of-a-kind structures. Each project becomes a personal reflection of its owner's identity, merging artistry and exclusivity into a single breathtaking vision. Every architect leaves a fingerprint, a distinctive design language. Modern Luxury 2025 showcases this individuality, where lines, forms, and materials become the artist's brushstrokes. It's a celebration of creativity in its purest form. Design that's not only seen but deeply felt. Outdoor spaces are now integral to luxury architecture. Infinity pools, rooftop gardens, and sculptural terraces create experiences that connect with nature. These designs turn the outdoors into an extension of comfort and style. Living art where tranquility meets architectural grandeur. Water elements add soul to modern architecture. Reflecting pools, floating steps, and cascading walls bring rhythm and serenity. The reflections of light and structure merge, creating dreamlike visuals that make every moment feel cinematic. A reminder that beauty often lives in stillness. The geometry of modern architecture is not just mathematical, it's poetic. Angles and curves create visual tension and balance, transforming buildings into timeless compositions. Modern luxury 2025 thrives on this geometric mastery, where proportion and precision elevate beauty to the level of fine art. The best designs of 2025 don't chase trends, they create timeless statements. Bold shapes meet refined materials, forming a style that's both avant-garde and enduring. This blend of daring innovation and classic elegance ensures that each home remains inspiring for generations to come. Every space tells a story, and the best architecture invites you to feel it. Modern Luxury 2025 emphasizes emotional engagement, where materials, textures, and light come together to form experiences that move people. It's design that touches the heart as much as the eye. Attention to detail defines true luxury. From precision joinery to custom stonework, craftsmanship becomes the soul of design. Every element, visible or hidden, is perfected with care, ensuring that the architecture not only looks beautiful but feels impeccably made from every angle. 2025 marks the rise of experiential design, where spaces are built to engage the senses. Architecture becomes immersive, inviting exploration and wonder. The scent of timber, the warmth of stone, and the play of shadow all come together to create deeply personal experiences. Modern luxury 2025 thrives on collaboration between architects, artists, and engineers. These creative alliances result in designs that are as innovative as they are expressive. Art is no longer decoration. It becomes an integral part of structure, turning architecture into a living gallery. While neutral tones dominate, the power of subtle color remains vital. Earthy palettes, stone grays, and soft golds create warmth and depth. Combined with tactile textures, polished marble, brushed metal, and raw concrete, these elements transform minimalism into richness and emotional resonance. Every structure built today shapes the cities of tomorrow. Modern Luxury 2025 represents a vision for future living, where technology, sustainability, and artistry coexist in perfect harmony. It's about creating architecture that not only serves us now, but inspires future generations to dream bolder. In the world of architecture, 2025 stands as a defining moment. Modern luxury has evolved beyond aesthetics into philosophy, a way of living that celebrates courage, creativity, and consciousness. Bold and visionary design will forever remind us that true architectural beauty isn't built, it's imagined.